everyone. In the sequence of online classes, today I am going to discuss with you a part of Sadvidhu Pakrama, that is Svedana. As you know, we have already discussed about Langana, Bringana, Snehana, Rukshana. Today uh, we will discuss about Svedana. As you all know about Svedana, that Svedana Karma is the next important Purva Karma of the Panchkarma therapy, and the production of Sveda is the natural process of the body. It is also termed as sudation therapy or fermentation therapy. Sveda is one of the malas described in Ayurveda. It is a specific mala of Meda Dhatu. Although malas are waste products for the body in general, but at times these play important and useful role in the body. Sweat or Sveda is produced in consequence to exposure of Ushna or heat. Heat regulating center in the brain regulates the amount of heat produced or heat lost by the body. Under normal physiological circumstances, there is a balance between the two. In the Ayurvedic classic, there is a unique concept of therapeutic production or induction of sweat by a variety of methods, and this process of induction of heat in body is termed as Svedana. In further slides, today we will discuss about the definition of the Svedana, properties of the Svedan Dravyas, and types of Svedana. Now, first of all, we should discuss about definition of Svedana. Svedana or Svedana Karma is defined as the process by which the sweat or perspiration is produced in the body by using various methods. Acharya Charak has mentioned that Svedana is the procedure which relieves a stiffness, heaviness, and coldness of the body and induce sweating. That is Stambha Gaurav Sitagnam, Svedanam, Svedakarakam. As mentioned in the Ayurvedic classic, the production of heat is a physiological function of our body, but application of artificial procedure to induce sweating is the Svedan Karma, which is included in Purva Karma of Panchkarma therapy. Like Snehan Karma, Svedana Karma is also important requisite of Pradhan Karma of Panchkarma therapy. As a routine, Svedan Karma is administered after Snehan Karma, and it precedes Vaman Karma in the sequence of Panchkarma therapy. Svedan Karma is one of the major preparatory procedures of Panchkarma therapy. Besides being the principal Purva Karma procedure, Svedan is a specific treatment for a number of disorders, especially in Vata dominant diseases, where Svedan may be a Pradhana Karma. Acharya Charak has mentioned the Svedan therapy is the best treatment for vitiated Vata and Kapha dominant diseases. Svedan is contraindicated in various Pitta dominant diseases like Kushta-rog, leprosy, and Kamala-rog, that is jaundice. In Pittodar, Svedana is also contraindicated. The opposite line of treatment of Svedana is Stambhana, that is a stringent therapy, and a Stambhana is defined as a therapy which prevents mobility and flow of the bodily substances. Example, control of diarrhea, dysentery, Visvega, Vedana Vega, and Daha Vega, etc. Acharya Charak has induced Svedana Karma under Sada Upakrama, where it is described to be a principal method of treatment. On the contrary, in reference in Panchkarma therapy, Svedana Karma is an important Purva Karma. Svedana Karma is administered to liquefy the Snigdha vitiated dosas, which are spreaded throughout the body. As a result of application of Svedana Karma, the vitiated dosas are made easily eradicable in the form of induction of sweating or with the help of pradhan karmas such as Vamana, Virechana, Vasti, etc. As you can see in the slide, quotation Ushnam Tikshnam Saram Snigdham Pruksham Sukshmam Dravam Asthiram Dravyam Guruchiyat Prayastati Svedana Muchyate. These are the property of the Svedana Dravyas. The Dravyas, Vishwas says Ushna Guna, Tikshna Guna, Sara Guna, Snigdha Guna, Ruksha Guna, Sukshma, Drava, Sthir, Guru. These are the property of Chaitanya Dravya. In the next quotation, Sankara prastaro nadi praseko avagahanam janta ko asmagna karsu kuti bhukumbhikaya vacha kupo hola kitte tasvede antritrosa tana yathavat pravakshami sarvan evanuprosha. This Acharya Charak has quoted Sagni Sved and Niragni Sved. So these are the Sagni Sved, actually these are the Sagni Sved. Although in Ayurvedic classes, so many different types of classification mentioned for Svedana Karma. Different types of Sveda are described in various Ayurvedic classics, like on the basis of use of Agni, Anagni Sved and Sagni Sved. These are the example of Sagni Sved. On the basis of property of the drug used, Snigdha Sveda and Ruksha Sveda. On the basis of site of Sveda, you know there are two types, Ekanga Sveda, Sarvanga Sveda. Another classification of Sveda is first one is Tritva Sveda, that is Ruksha Sveda, Snigdha Sveda and Snigdha Ruksha Sveda. Another one is Mridu Sveda, Madhyama Sveda, Mahana Sveda. Another four types of Sveda, that is Tapos Sveda, Usma Sveda, Upanaha Sveda, Adrava Sveda, which is actually mentioned by Acharya Bhagavata in Ashtanga. There is another two types by Dalhana, Sansamana Sneha Sveda and Sansodhana Sveda. But here I have quoted only Sagni Sveda, types of Sagni Sveda according to Acharya Charaka. That is also known as Agni Sweda. And actually the classification of Sweda Dravya on the basis of use of Agni, it is depending upon the fact that whether Agni is to be used or not. If used, that is Sagni. If not used, that is Niragni. Or not for induction of Sweda in the body of individual. As you can see, 13 types of Sagni Sweda, as Acharya Charaka has clearly mentioned. Sankara Sweda, Prastara Sweda, Sankara Prastaro Nadi, Nadi Sweda, Parisheka Sweda, Avagahana Sweda, Jantak Sweda, Asmagna Sweda, Karsu Sweda, Kuti Sweda, Bhu Sweda, Kumbhika Sweda, Kupa Sweda, and finally Pulak Sweda. Then actually this is the 13 types of Sagni Sweda. Now question arises, what is Sankara Sweda and what are the actual description about the various types of Sagni Sweda? First one is Sankara Sweda. Sankara Sweda, that you can say this is a mixed fermentation. It is the sudation done with the help of a bolus, that is pinned, having some drugs in it, with or without cloth. It is called mixed fermentation. Prastara Sweda, you can say Prastara Sweda is hot bed sudation. It is similar to hot bed fermentation. Nadi Sweda, in Nadi Sweda, Swedana is done with the help of a tube through which medicated steam passes on to the body of the individual. Raseka Sweda, that is affusion sudation. In this type of the sudation, the Vata dosh elevating fluid is made to pass through the different holes of the pot on the body of the patient. Avagahana Sweda, that is bath sudation. For Avagahana Sweda, the patient is made to sit in a bathing tub containing either decoction or milk, oil, ghee, meat, juice or hot water that alleviates vitiated Vata doshas. It is also called bath sudation. Next is Jantaka Sweda. A sudatorium is constructed surrounded by water and the patient is made to sit inside and sudation is performed. It is called sudatorium sudation. Asmagna Sweda, a stone bed sudation. In this type, Swedan is the best. Swedan. In this type of Svedana, the patient is made to lie down on a slab of stone which is suitably heated by using various drugs. Karsu Sweda, this is also known as trench sudation. You can say trench sudation. In Karsu Sweda, the patient lies down on a bed which is situated over a pit, and the pit is to be filled up with a smokeless fire. Kuti Sweda, cabin sudation. A well massaged patient is made to lie down on a bed in a cabin or cottage. The bed is surrounded by furnaces. Bhu Sweda, ground bed sedation. In Bhu Swed, the procedure is the same as adopted in Asmagna Sweda, but it is to be done on the earth. Kumbhika Sweda, pitcher bed sedation. In Kumbhika Sweda, the patient is made to lie down on a bed covered with thin sheet, and beneath the bed, a pitcher filled with decoction of the drugs is buried in the earth. Kupa Sweda, pit sedation. In this type of sedation, the patient is made to lie down on bed which is kept over a well-like pit containing ignited dung of elephants, horses, cows, etc. Finally, Holak Sweda. Under bed sedation. In Holak Sweda, a well-massaged patient is made to lie down on a bed. Sorry, this is some technical issues arises here. Again, I was on Holak Sweda. In Holak Sweda, a well-massaged patient is made to lie down on a bed which is kept on an ash burned with the heap of dung of animals. These are the 13 types of Sagni Sweda. Now, these are the types of Niragni Sweda. You can see in the slide. Vyayamam Ushna Sadhanam Guru Pravanam Chudam Bahupanam Bhavakro Upnaha Vatava Swedayanti Dasayatani Naram Agni Gunatrite. These are actually probably these are the 10 types of Niragni Sweda. Vyayamam. You know, physical activity or Vyayama is important and very common procedure of inducing sweat in the body of the individual. And the amount of heat produced in the body is directly proportional to the amount of exercise done. Heavy exercise induces larger quantity of perspiration, and Vyayama can be localized to one organ or it can be a generalized feature. Some of the benefits of Vyayama you can see. These are the actually just mention. I am going to mention some benefits of Vyayama, like the body becomes stout and strong. There is a symmetrical growth of all body parts and muscles. Vyayama improves digestive power is improved. Laziness of the body is reduced. There is a growing feeling of lightness, firmness and compactness of the body, and obesity is reduced. You know about it. Tolerance to extreme climatic conditions, thirst, fatigue and tiredness improves considerably. So these are the benefits of Vyayama. Vyayama Ushna Sadhana. What is Ushna Sadhana? That is indwelling in a warm chamber. Ushna Sadhana is a sort of warm house having very thick walls, no windows, no ventilators. As a result, a person living inside develops the feeling of warmth and thus sweat is induced. That is Ushna Sadhana. Guru Pravarana. That is nothing but simply wearing of heavy clothing, covering the whole body with the heavy woolen garments or any other garment, results in a sweat production. This is called Guru Pravaranam. Shudha, hunger or feeling of appetite. When a person feels hungry but is unable to take his meals, it induces Vedana in his body. This is called Shudha. Bahupanam, excess drinking. When a person takes alcohol in heavy quantity, sudation is produced in his body. This is called Bahupana. Nah, Atpa. Upana. Upana, that is nothing but simply application of all this. Bhaya, Krodh. Bhaya, sorry. I missed the term Bhaya and Krodha. Bhaya, as you know, Kam Shoka Bhayata Vayu. Fear can also produce radiation in the body, and it takes place due to stimulation of sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. This is called as Bhaya. Krodha. Krodhata Pittam Trayomala. I have already discussed about it. How Krodha can induce vitiation of dosas, Pitta dosas. Krodha causes vitiation of Pitta dosa in the body, and the Pitta dosa is Agneya in nature, which is responsible for production of Svetan in the body. And the enlargement leads to stimulation of certain centers in hypothalamus, which ultimately stimulates various systems of the body like GIT, CVS, and nervous system. Stimulation of these systems leads to production of sweats. Upana simply it is application of poultice. It is a vigorous physical exercises that stimulate or induce sweating. Atapa, exposure to sun rays. Exposure to sun rays also induces sweating. Sun rays also contains ultraviolet rays, which are beneficial for various skin diseases like Kushta. Here, Acharya Bhagvat have quoted actually the 13 types of Sagni Sveda in the previous slide and 10 types of these Niragni Sveda. Both are types of Svedana is mentioned in Acharya Charak Samhita Sutrasthan, Srihat Svedadhyaya, and Acharya Bhagavata has mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya Sutra 17th chapter only 4 types of Svedana, that is Tap Sveda, Usma Sveda, Upanaha Sveda, and Draud Sveda. In further class, we will discuss rest part of the Svedana Karma. So, thank you. And if you have any query regarding definition of Svedana and types of Svedana Karma, you can write to me. Okay, thank you.